Wearing a mask, you say it's truth, but it's just pretend. And when it breaks, that story don't end. Needles, pills, clinics, scripts, all cause you let them slip through your grip. You tossed them in a maze with no map, no guide. Now the funhouse mirror show pain inside. Let kids be kids, not your twisted dream. Stop dragging them through your social scheme. You painted a clown but forgot the tears. Now they haunted by shame and silent fears. Let kids be kids, let them climb some trees. Not question who they are by age 3. This ain't love, it's a freaking disguise. Carnival of confusion behind those eyes. Gender the reveal, nah, it's a trap door. Welcome to the sideshow, ain't childhood no more. You fed them scripts, you dressed them in lies, then filmed it all for 1,000 eyes. Doctors get paid, you get praised, while your kid gets lost in a medicated haze. School says brave, but they dying inside, feeling like a freak and they don't know why. Yo, it ain't hate when I spit.
Welcome to the Fearless Patriots Show. I'm Mike Horn, and tonight I'm going to tell you a truth that most people aren't ready to hear. The day mankind finds out what I was trying to defend this nation from, then that's the day World War III will start. Now, I don't say that lightly. I don't say that to scare you. I say that because most battles we fight in silence, battles most people never even know exist. And when those battles finally come into the light, the world will never be the same. You see, people assume defending this nation always looks like boots on the ground, missiles in the air, or politicians in front of a microphone. But real defense, real protection, that's often invisible. It's stopping the storm before it forms. I've carried things on my shoulders that I can't fully explain. Burdens heavy enough to make a man question his sanity, but necessary because the alternative would be chaos. The hardest part of defending freedom is silence, carrying scars you can't show, living with battles you can't name, and praying the day never comes when the rest of the world finally understands what you were holding back. There's an old saying, history is written by the victors. And that right there is one of the greatest tragedies of mankind. Because when the winners tell the story, the truth gets bent, twisted, or erased entirely. The battles, the betrayals, the lessons that could have saved us, they get buried under propaganda and pride. Think about it. How many times have you learned later in life that the version of history you were taught as a kid was missing half the story? The names of those who resisted, the innocent who paid the price, the warnings that we ignored, gone like they never existed. When victors write the story, they don't just change the past, they change the future. They set the stage for the same mistakes to repeat, all while convincing us we already know the truth. And that's why hidden threats are so dangerous. Because if the world ever saw them clearly, the victors of today couldn't spin them tomorrow. And that's exactly what would set the spark for World War III. Now, let me be clear. I'm not talking about boogeymen from movies or aliens from another world. I'm talking about threats that are very human. Greed, corruption, technologies so dangerous that in the wrong hands, they could rewrite civilization overnight. I've seen glimpses of what people will do for power. I've seen how easily fear can turn neighbor against neighbor, brother against brother. You don't need an army to destroy a nation. You just need to pull the right string in the dark. And when I tell you I was defending against that, it means living every day knowing that most of the people I love will never realize the danger passed right over their heads. That's the bittersweet truth of sacrifice. The reward isn't applause, it's the fact your kids get to sleep peacefully at night without ever knowing why. So, why would World War III start if the truth came out? Because once the curtain drops, people can't unsee what was hidden. You can't put fire back in the matchbox. If the world knew the full scale of what nearly destroyed them, alliances would shatter, governments would scramble, nations would turn inward, and paranoia would spread faster than wildfire. And that's the true danger, not the threat itself, but the reaction to the knowledge of it. Humanity isn't built to hold every truth at once. Some revelations crack societies like glass. That's why silence is sometimes the loudest act of protection. Because once the world knows, the war begins. I'm not telling you this to make you paranoid. I'm telling you this so you understand something deeper about courage. True patriotism isn't just standing tall when the cameras are on. It's making choices in the shadows, choices that will never make headlines, choices that will never earn applause. Sometimes it's fighting battles that no one will ever thank you for. So the challenge I leave you with tonight is this. What battles are you fighting silently? What burdens do you carry for your family, your community, your faith? Because you don't need to be a soldier on the battlefield to be a defender. You just need to stand between the people you love and the darkness they're not ready to face. The day mankind finds out what I was trying to defend this nation from, that's the day World War III begins. Until then, my silence, my sacrifice, and my voice here on the Fearless Patriot Show will have to be enough. I'm Mike Horn. Stay vigilant, stay fearless, and remember, freedom lives or dies not just on the battlefield, but in the choices you make every single day.
When I spit this truth, I'm the voice in the dark of a stolen youth. You call it progress, I call it abuse. And one day they'll wake up and cut that noose. Let kids be kids, not your twisted dream. I'm dragging them through your social